Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. You are looking at a 1993 club car golf cart. I got this from a buddy of mine, Charlie, and this thing has seen many a mile. It first did official golf cart duty. You know, people who played golf used the heck out of it. And then it was put into maintenance, and then the golf course, Palisades Park, closed, and my buddy Charlie got it from a guy who bought like 50 of them from an auction. I just dragged it out of the buckwheat there. It's been a while since this thing's been run, over 6 months now, and it came out mostly alive. I got a flat tire there, and as a matter of fact, that tire doesn't match, so it seems like for some reason that tire likes to go flat. You guys could also see, typical of the winter, a bunch of stuff ends up clustering on it to stay out of the weather. Looks like the seat's also shot. I have some work to do. I smashed the battery charger on here, and you can see the battery's not in too bad a shape. It looks like it held a charge. I think I put this battery in just last year, so the battery's a little over a year old. Anyhow, we're going to try to get it started. Then we got to do the tires and so forth. So if it starts up, this is going to be kind of a repair video. Every year I try to make it a little better. Last year or the year before I fixed a roof. Then I believe last year, I think 2 years ago I fixed a roof. Last year I threw a starter alternator in it and I put a battery into it. So this year maybe it'll get itself a seat such that, you know, I don't risk falling through and sitting on the hot motor. For the first start of the season, there's a little trick I like to do. You got two micro switches here, right? One does the backup alarm and the other one does neutral. If you depress this and put the transaxle in neutral, now you could start it without it moving, and it just makes it a little easier, right? As I'm here trying to turn it over and choke it and do everything I need to do, it'd be nice to be able to do that without the thing taking off. So I'm going to put this tie wrap in this cam here, right, to lift that switch up, and that'll be the bypass. So let's see if we could get this rig started. It's got gas. Got the key on. This is the choke button. Well, we got a whole lot of nut in there. Time for starting fluid. By the way, I already checked the oil and it was good. Remember, just a hoot'll do ya. Doesn't seem to be drawing gas. The carburetor probably needs a rebuild. Starting to rain on my parade here. Good thing I got a roof. Anyway, pulling the carburetor off, right? Air cleaner hose, right? Breather hose, throttle, gas line. Probably the reason why this plugged up, I'm using a baby gas tank and a lot of plastic hoses. It seems like for stuff you want to behave, these hoses put a brown deposition into the carburetor, and when I pull it apart you guys will see that. So here we go, right? Take the 10mm out of the bottom. Let's see if the float is moving and if the jets are plugged up. So here's the bowl. There's a little bit of brown goo on it. It looks like the needle valve is opening and closing if one kind of blows in that hole, and you could see if that's working. So given that, it's probably, I'd probably have a plugged up jet here, right? And there's one jet there, and you take, this is the needle valve for idle. Remember to tighten that, count the number of spins it takes to tighten that, don't jam it down. And then typically it's somewhere between 2 and 3 half turns, and then when you take it out, you can jet some cleaner through there. Once again, this guy too, make sure there are no springs or gaskets or anything you lose. You always want to be doing this over a tray. So if you take this jet out and you take a quick look at it, you can see it is mighty nasty and plugged up. So I think we found the problem. This thing, carburetor, inhaled a bunch of dirt. There is a cleaner on it, there is a filter on it, but it didn't seem to matter. It inhaled a bunch of dirt. Once again, I got to tighten it down, count the number of turns it takes to tighten it down. Once again, between 3 and 4 half turns it should be. Then I'm going to back that out and pump some cleaner through all the holes, right? Through there, through there, through there, right? Any other little jet passages that I find. So I'm going to change out the gas. Here's some of the stuff that was floating around in there. When you have that, you're just going to end up with a continuously plugged up carburetor. You're going to be fussing with that forever. You might just as well, I got a dirty gas line, dirty, might as well just change out the line and make it work a little bit, or dump the gas and put a little fresh in there. It'll make you run a little better, a little longer. So here's what the spark plug looks like. So let's clean that up too, so we get to the greatest possibility of it starting. So I managed to get it started, which is good. But give it a go. let's attempt to get a ride out of it. Maybe after she romps around, it'll clean up a little bit and feel better. So let's hope. So before this thing is going anywhere, I got to get some air in that tire. I just tried to put the pump on it, and quite honestly, it didn't take air. So what's next? I'm gonna jack it up, and maybe I just popped it off the bead right there, and maybe she'll reseat, I'm hoping. All right, I think it's ready for a ride. I got the official plywood seat sitting there, the wide open tail so it could breathe, and I think I'm gonna go grab the GoPro. Hopefully it's got a charge and all, and we'll whip around on this thing a little bit. Okay, let's go. Let's see if this thing is alive. Get it up, get the GoPro up a little higher, so hopefully you're not just looking at operating instructions. Yeah, if there was a cushion on the seat, it'd probably raise me up a little bit, which would be a good thing. Well, you know, yeah, I think I still have that vacuum leak, and yeah, it's raining out. But this thing hasn't been out in a while, and it's always good to move them around a little bit. That back tire took air once I got the weight off of it. It looks like the bead reseated, so I'm in good shape with that. Oh. Yeah, I think I got a little bit of a vacuum leak when I was bolting the carburetor up to the engine. The surfaces were clean. I don't know, could you guys see the rain? But I was kind of like, how the heck do these seal? So if I had to guess, there could be a problem with that. Hopefully the GoPro is taking most of this jittery out. I put a lot of air in all the tires, so and once again, my seat is a piece of plywood. Let's see if I could do this without tearing the roof off. Oh, and having to walk home in the rain because the engine dies. Yeah, the more this thing is running, it seems to be a little happier. There's been a bear sighting in the area. Brown bear, adolescent. Everybody assumes it's a male, but nobody's gotten close enough to it to determine that for sure. Yeah, every time I step on the fuel, it kind of hesitates. Yeah, this is the time of the year where you got to get out and clip some of the bushes back, particularly the wild roses, the blackberries. Those critters got thorns. You guys can probably see I've done some here. Yeah, last time I was out mowing, I clipped some of the stuff back. Boy, it's a rainy, damp day and the mosquitoes are feasting on me. I put off on, you know, the insecticide, bug repellent off. I put some of that on, but it's been, once again, damp and all. And I think at this point, most of it's washed off. I think I'm going to have to go back the way I came. I'll go around Calvin's corners and then come back the way I came. Because I'm not sure I have the height to get through the rest of it. Yeah, it seems to be winding up all the way down. Maybe whatever its problem is, it's kind of getting over it. Maybe she just needed to get out and play. Oh, I know I don't fit through here. Oh, that was a bad turn. I got rid of, oops, the off. Notice the engine didn't turn off. The bypass has been bypassed. So it's able to idle right. My foot isn't on the gas. Yeah, this thing is ripe for just some good old love and attention. You know, get the seat fixed up. I should put a windshield on it. That'll help keep the interior a little drier. Perhaps put that bed on the back where it belongs. You know, actually use this thing instead of just go out once a year. A little preview for the future. I'm going out tonight to look at a skid steer. I think I'll bring the camera along just so you guys could see what I'm up to. A YouTube buddy has it, Stanwood Studios. He bought it at an auction and he got it running. But he indicated that it needs some love and attention. Now for me, a skid steer will have the easiest life in the world. Mostly, I'm going to use it to pick things up and put things down. So from that point of view, it won't have to work that hard. But I'm not after another project. I think I just inhaled the bug. Like every time I need it, I gotta get it, fight to get it started. I really need it to start and run and move. I need the tires to hold air. I need the hydraulics to work such that it lifts things up and puts them down without fussing with me. Yeah, most golf carts, when you lift your foot off the gas, the motor shuts down. But I have that bypassed on this end. Yeah, this is wide open. So the motor the motor doesn't turn off. So it keeps pushing a little bit when you let go of the gas pedal. Might be better this time. Well, I'm happy with it. I'm going to consider this somewhat successful. I got a piece of plywood to use for the seat. I'll dig up some foam to put down too. And I think we're going to go through the trouble to make this thing better. I hope you guys enjoyed this ride. I want to thank you all for dropping by to watch. For those of you who comment, I want to thank you guys for that. Gotta turn it off now, or it doesn't stop. I think I'm going to push it the last few feet. I want to thank all you guys that drop by to watch and comment, and everyone who has subscribed. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up. And you know, I've always had a lot of fun with these golf carts, whether it's powered by this underpowered, I think they have a Kawasaki motor in the club cars, or if you put in an all-terrain vehicle motor. They're kind of the first UTV, so from that point of view, they're a lot of fun. Once again, thank you all for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks to all who are subscribed. Please remember, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.